everybody. It's Chris Eads, known online as Wootini, another gay gamer video podcast for you. Slight change of plans here. Normally, I shoot and upload these on Sundays, but I was busy Sunday afternoon, so it's Monday on the holiday. It's going up, so here it is anyway. Because I went to see two movies this weekend. First, on Saturday, I went to see Jaws, the 50th anniversary re-release, which they put out in theaters. And once again, they put it in IMAX and they put it in 3D, but they don't put it in IMAX 3D. So again, IMAX is great. I love my 3D. So I went to see this in 3D again because this movie is awesome and amazing, obviously. It's an iconic classic summer blockbuster movie from the 70s. And it started the whole summer blockbuster thing. But the thing is that the movie is amazing, but in 3D, it's like even more amazing. So I'd seen it a few years ago. You might recall that episode. They re-released it for, it was some other, I think it was like E.T.'s anniversary, but they re-released Jaws into theaters for some reason. And I'm like, okay, they just released Steven Spielberg movies. Okay. So, but here it is, the 50th anniversary, so they re-release it again. The 3D, still just as amazing and impressive. Like, it's, like, right from the start, like, when that girl gets killed in the opening scene, you are in the water with her, she's splashing, the water splashing into your face, and, like, you are in that water with her, and it is even more terrifying and immersive. The camera, every time it's in the water, it's just, you're in it, you're underwater, it's incredible. At the end, you know, the shark comes jumping at the camera and it's like in your face, like it's eating Quint, and it's like it's eating you, it's up in your lap, it's terrifying. I even flinched at one point when the barrel flew towards the camera and almost hit Brody and he ducks out of the way. I did the same thing, I flinched in my seat. It's so good. Like, it's great to see Jaws on a big screen, but if you can see it in 3D, it's amazing. So once again, I recommend Jaws in 3D. I don't know how long it's going to be in theaters. Probably not very long. It's probably already gone, honestly. But then on Sunday, I wanted to see Prince Sign of the Times has been remastered and re-released in IMAX theaters. And I was like, yes, please. I thought I had seen it. Turns out I had not seen it. I thought, but no. Maybe I saw it in the 80s as a teenager, but I don't think so. I bought my ticket like weeks in advance, like as soon as they went on sale. The problem is the showings were all like late at night, and finally on Sunday they had one as a matinee in the afternoon, and I said, okay, I can do that one. That fits into my schedule fine. So I bought a ticket for that. But then the problem is a couple weeks ago I went to go see Weapons, and I opened up my app to get my ticket, you know, to scan the QR code to get in, and I noticed that Weapons was there and Jaws was there, but Sign of the Times had mysteriously disappeared. And I'm like, what the hell? So I go and I checked my email, and I found my email receipt, and I checked the seat number, and I found that seat number. I went into the app and I looked up that showtime, and I looked at the seating chart, and that seat was still sold. So I'm like, okay. So when I scanned my ticket, there wasn't a line, so it was fine. I scanned my ticket to see Weapons, and I said, I just have a question. Like, I bought a ticket and it's disappeared from the app, and but I still have my receipt, and it seems like the seat is still sold. So is it still okay? Do I still have that seat? Am I like, it's gone from my reservations in the app, but I still have my receipt. Is it okay? And she was like, oh, that app is a mess. After your movie, just go downstairs and check with customer service and they can help you. And I'm like, honestly, I've been using it for years. This is the first time that I feel like the app has glitched up. And so I went downstairs and I was like, what is up? And also it was telling me that I had seen Weapons like 3 times. And then last week it was telling me I saw Naja 2 twice. And I'm like, what are you doing, app? You're being very weird right now. So the guy was like, oh yeah, if you still have your email receipt, you can just scan that QR code. It's fine if it's not showing up in the app. He's like, I can go print you, we can go and I'll print you out a paper ticket if you want. And I'm like, no, that's fine. If I can just scan the QR code in the email, that's fine. But on Sunday, I made a point of getting to the theater nice and early before the showtime because I wanted my butt to be in that seat. So if somebody else came in and tried to take it, I had squatter's rights and I wasn't going to move, unless security made me. But it was fine. As it turned out, it was in my reservations. It just disappeared from the app. No one came to take my seat. It was fine. I sat there and enjoyed this wonderful concert film of Prince singing a bunch of songs from the amazing Sign of the Times album, plus a few others. It might have been. They say they remastered it in 4K for IMAX. It looked good, but it wasn't like really cleaned up. There were still plenty of speckles and scratches and stuff throughout. And when he does You've Got the Look, that's just the music video, which is fine because the music video is shot on the same stage as this concert. So it's the same concert stage, the same set, the same costumes and everything. So like it fits, but the music video was square, and I guess they didn't shoot it widescreen and crop it square for TV and MTV, so they end up having to zoom in on it to make it fit the widescreen film, and it looks awful. It looks so bad. It just looked terrible. So I guess they couldn't do anything to help fix that. But no, it looked great. It sounded great. It almost sounds too great because it's not like, I read up on this concert, and basically they were going to film it in Europe, and apparently they filmed a little of it in Europe, but the footage wasn't great, so there's probably like 2 shots of the audience in Europe that are in the actual film. The rest of it he shot at his Paisley Park studios with a smaller audience, so he could have more control over the camera and the show and everything. But he also finesses the sound, so like the mixing, it sounds great, but it sounds too great to be a live show. Like, there's no out of breath. Everyone sounds amazing. Everything sounds perfect. And it's too perfect for a live show, if I'm being honest. But it's fine. It just doesn't feel like a real concert. It's a music video concert, basically. But it's still great, and hopefully this means that we'll finally get a good home release, because it was like on VHS back in the day, and I think there's like a really old out of print DVD, but I don't think it's ever been on a Blu-ray in America. So I'm hoping that a home release is coming, and then I'll be able to watch it whenever I like, because it is a great show. And it was great. The whole audience, like, we're all sitting there and everyone's like bopping in their seats and, clapping after some of the songs and stuff. It was great. So as for games now, moving on, I have continued to play my fitness boxing, and annoyingly this past week, one of the daily tasks was to work out with Lynn. So I just don't like her. Her voice acting is the worst. She's just so stilted. It's just not good. But I did, by the end of the week, discover what rank is above gold, because I actually reached, for the first time, champion level. That's what you get at the end. So for 2 days, I hit champion level, and then the next day, the last day of the month, it was just more champion. It doesn't go up any further than that. That's the highest rank that you can get. So yay me. And then I didn't play a lot of Nikki at all, because I was focused on my Disney Dreamlight Valley and this Star Path and knocking out these Star Path duties. And I did actually get the boys outfit. It's like these shorts and a shirt and a camera and stuff. It's like the retro boys outfit. I don't know why there's just the one boys outfit. There's 3 dresses for girls. There's all kinds of girl outfits in Disney Dreamlight Valley. And I understand, I'm sure that most of the players are girls, but there are boys who play this, and we would like some outfits too. Like maybe 2 boy outfits and 2 girl outfits in a Star Path, instead of 3 girl outfits and multiple hairstyles and glasses and other things, accessories and whatever, and the 1 outfit for boys. Boo. So I was also surprised that I'm plugging away at these Star Path duties, and all of a sudden, it went from 6 on screen to 5, meaning I'm almost done. And I was like, what the hell? That's really quick. And there's like over a month left in the time. So I'm like, what the hell? But the thing is they started this new thing. There's duties, but then there's also like routine duties, which change each week. There's 3 new things that you're supposed to do that week. And the first week they were really easy. It was just basically like go into Scrooge McDuck's shop and then like, you know, buy 3 things or whatever. So you can do 2 duties just by shopping in the store. But then the second week it was like, you know, give 10 gifts and have 6 conversations and whatever. So that it's a little more time consuming. But like what it means is I'm pretty much done with the regular Star Path duties. I have 1 left where you have to get like 7,000 Dreamlight, so I'm still plugging away at that. I think I'm around like 4,000 or 5,000 at this point. But like that's taking a while. But like there are no other duties left. So I'm pretty much done. I only still have a couple of rewards left to get, but I can't get them because I have to wait until the next week's routine duties unlock, and then I can do those 3. And then the next 3. So basically, instead of being able to do the Star Path and then stop and go play something else, you have to log in at least once a week to get the 3 new Star Path duties. So that's kind of irritating. This is a new thing that they're doing. I'm not crazy about it, but whatever. I mean, I log in every day anyway to try to get my blue chest with the Moonstones, so I don't care. But it's just weird that they're like dragging it out to make you play for the entire Star Path. Whatever. But it was fine because I didn't play Nikki at all, really. Because also Nikki has a big new update coming next week. Well, today actually, I think. It's some music season, I don't know. What I do know is that I saw a trailer. They're doing some kind of cross promotion with Stardew Valley. But what it is you get a cozy home to live in. There's some kind of island that you can go to, and you have a home, and you can decorate your house and the yard and everything. And like it looks glorious and beautiful and like all this stuff. But like they show like, you know, beautiful interiors, and I'm just like, yeah, sure. They'll probably give you some basic furniture to work with, but if you want the fancy shit, you're gonna have to spend money in the store to buy it. And I'm just like, I'm not really that big on this. So I'm not sure how I feel about this sort of thing. Because it also doesn't serve any purpose. You just decorate it, and then I guess you can take pictures in it and stuff. It's a nice photo set, you know, to take pictures of Nikki, but you know, you don't like do anything in it. But also there was a thing where they showed like the decorating and everything, and they showed like how you basically can construct the house like from scratch. You can construct a room and say, I want these walls to be here, and then I want a window here, and I want a door here, and I want this door here, and I want this here, and I'm going to move this over here, and then you place things up where on the house, and like you can make your house from scratch. And I'm just like, well, that just sounds really, really time consuming and irritating, because I'm pretty sure the controls, given Infinity Nikki's control issues throughout, they're always a little hinky, and the idea of building a house from scratch and placing pieces it causes me anxiety, just the idea of it. So I'm hoping that there are a lot of preset options where I can just be like, sure, I'll take this. Yes, I'll have this kind of house. This is fine. Because I don't want to have to try to build my own house. I think I will have a nervous breakdown trying to complete it, and I'll end up with a shack. It's like in Fallout. When I played Fallout 4, you were supposed to be able to like construct materials and build a house, and I tried, and I couldn't get the floors to go in sync with the walls, and I couldn't get the door to go in sync with the wall, and I couldn't get in, and it was just like I gave up. And there was like just pieces just sort of scattered about because I couldn't get them to go together. I gave up. So I am concerned about this Nikki home thing. There's also like gardening where you like plant flowers and then you water them and then you pick them, and I don't know what purpose that serves, for decorating or creating things or crafting or something. I don't know. I do not know. We're going to find out when I play this new update. Before I go, I also played Dragon Age the Veilguard. I'm still doing my companion quests, and after the companion quests, there's so many side quests that I've been doing. After them, I always check back in at the lighthouse to see if there's new dialogue, because sometimes completing a quest, the character will then say, okay, now the next step is this, and then it opens up the next quest in the line. But then sometimes there's just hanging out, and it's just cute, fun dialogue, and you can interact, and it's amusing. And there was one scene where I found Lucanus and Davrin hanging out in the kitchen, and I'm like, what are you talking about? Because for whatever reason, in my head, I'm like, oh no, would the game have known that I flirted with Lucanus and then I committed to Davrin, so maybe Lucanus is like, oh, hey, what's up? And, you know, they're having a conversation about me. They weren't. It wasn't that. The game isn't that smart. It was just a throwaway conversation about whatever, and they were at odds before, and now they're being chummy, and they're hanging out, and it's fine. So, good for them. But that's about it for this week. I feel like I've rambled on way too long, so I'm going to shut up now and come back next time, and I will talk all about the new Infinity Nikki update, and if I've been able to build a house or not. See you then. Bye!